Are you with child? Don't blush on me now.
Actually, yes, I am.
Congratulations. This is something that was planned, and are you excited about it? And
Planned in the sense of, I'm 21 years old and going around the world, no, but planned in the sense that, I'm very much in love and very happy. I mean, I see birth as, motherhood as a benediction. So I'm just blessed with another responsibility.
What's up, everyone? It's Books and Looks TV. Today I'm going to be talking about motherhood, music, and media, a comparative analysis of Lauryn Hill and Cardi B in the hip-hop industry. This video essay examines the socio-cultural context surrounding Lauryn Hill and Cardi B, two prominent hip-hop figures whose singular studio albums and Grammy wins represent milestones in the genre. Despite their similarities, their public perception and framing of motherhood, I think, should be examined, especially the intersections of race, gender, and class. Lauryn Hill, a Black woman, faced harsh scrutiny for prioritizing motherhood over career longevity, which was often framed as unprofessional. Cardi B, a white Hispanic woman, enjoyed broader acceptance, benefiting from societal privileges. By analyzing their music, the industry's response to their pregnancies, and their marital statuses or lack thereof, this essay will reveal how societal norms reflect broader cultural biases about race, gender, and class in hip-hop. Lauryn Hill said her heart was in Zion. I wish her heart was still in rhyming, because who the kids gonna listen to? I guess me if it isn't you. And that was stated by Kanye West. Hip-hop's evolution has always been shaped by cultural narratives, including how women artists are perceived when they deviate from patriarchal expectations. Lauryn Hill and Cardi B, despite their differing racial and generational contexts, represent moments where motherhood intersects with careers. Lauryn Hill was pregnant at the peak of her career, and she endured criticism that overshadowed her artistry, while Cardi B's pregnancy during her invasion of privacy era was met with public fascination and support. So first, let me start with Lauryn Hill. So in a 1997 interview, a 21-year-old Lauryn Hill confirmed her pregnancy following media speculation about whether she was expecting. Critics quickly condemned her, arguing that her decision had jeopardized her career and tarnished her image as the rising queen of hip-hop. Even members of her management team reportedly suggested she terminate the pregnancy to preserve her career and avoid disappointing her fans. Despite this pressure, Hill chose to move forward with her pregnancy, asserting her autonomy in the decision. Hill shared her deeply personal reflections on the experience in the song To Zion, the fourth track on the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. The song details her fears about becoming a mother and the criticism she faced for choosing to keep her child. She sang, unsure of what the balance held, I touched my belly overwhelmed by what I had been choosing to perform. But then an angel came one day, told me to kneel and pray, for unto me a man-child would be born. Woe, this crazy circumstance, I knew his life deserved a chance, but everybody told me to be smart. Look at your career, they said. Lauryn, baby, use your head, but instead I chose to use my heart. Through To Zion, Lauryn directly addressed her critics, asserting they had no right to dictate her choices. She reframed her decision to embrace motherhood as a courageous and beautiful act, rejecting the notion it was a mistake.
I'm deadly with a pencil, even when I'm pregnant, rock without the instrumental. Far from accidental, I was born with a mission. Freak up a style like a baby, change position. Scare competition like a bad superstition. Get you wide open like the average obstetrician. On some different stuff like a Jew to a Christian. I'll intimidate you like a black politician. Soft in the killing, stroke guitars like I'm Dylan. Styles elevate you till you dance on the ceiling. My capacity, song mastery and rhapsodies can't be doubted cause I'm bout it like I'm Master P.
She was just at a photo shoot before that. I'm sorry I'm 4 or 5 hours late. I was like, you're here now. We have a chance. Like, cool. Like, to know how much, the artists are doing and are going through in these critical moments of celebrating an album. And this was her moment of Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. It was Honey Magazine. They were starting a magazine and they wanted to really lean in. They got her. She was a perfect fit And I was like, I'm going to play into the honey tones, you know, the different sort of degrees. She was 6 months pregnant and she was glowing, man. I mean, she must have felt just like on top of the world, like just floating along. There was a mirror on set that was sort of off camera, and she would be looking off to her right, and she'd give the most amazing look and then look back to me and it was gone. She would do it again and just get perfect and then look back to me and it was gone. And I was like, you got to share some of those looks. So the dynamic was how to do this dance to make her comfortable with how she was appearing to herself. So I said, let's try this. And so I took the mirror and I shot with a mirror under my chest, full length mirror. So it could just be a look down and then a look up, and then it wasn't lost. For the cover, we ended up, there was just like a little roundness that sort of looked kind of like a belly, but not fully pregnant and not really embracing it. And I was like, you know, I just wanted to be focused on her rather than the moment of being pregnant. And so we just retouched a little bit of the belly back in. So it just kind of wasn't a distraction from her, you know, even though certainly it was Zion in her belly, which became part of the song, which became part of the album, which, you know, I mean, it's a major, major moment.
At the time, she was unmarried, in a relationship with Rohan Marley, son of Bob Marley, and navigating the societal pressures placed on Black women in public life. Hill's decision to prioritize her pregnancy and motherhood was portrayed by media and industry insiders as a step back from her potential. As Bell Hooks argues, Black women are often denied the autonomy to define success on their terms, with societal expectations prioritizing labor over personal fulfillment. In contrast, Cardi B revealed her pregnancy during a live performance on Saturday Night Live in 2018, shortly after the release of Invasion of Privacy. While the announcement surprised fans, Cardi framed it as an empowering moment, unapologetically celebrating her dual roles as a mother and an artist. Her pregnancy announcement coincided with her engagement to fellow rapper Offset, reinforcing a narrative of domestic partnership and that is often more palatable to mainstream audiences. Unlike Hill, Cardi's proximity to whiteness and the generational shift in attitudes towards motherhood allowed her to escape the harsh scrutiny traditionally faced by women of color in similar circumstances.
That's with Lauryn Hill, the mixed education of Lauryn Hill, the most well-received record of the year, and probably going to win record of the year. Lauryn, it is such a brilliant piece of work. It really is. And you're 23 years old, and you got 2 babies. Yes. And you got this record out. Yes. How do you do it?
Well, the children do backup. Zion programs the drums. And, it's just, I have a really supportive family, and the album, this particular album is purely my soul. It's without any compromise. That album was everything that I'd gone through up until that point. And, I was blessed to be able to make a record, that totally had absolutely no compromise, was very, very true, very, very honest, to have people receive it the way they did. So,
well, you know what? When you speak from the heart, it comes right through, because I have to tell you, I haven't been moved by a record like this in I can't even remember how long.
Thank you.
The song Zion that you wrote about your son, look, I'm going to get verklempt now. I swear to you, I'm going to get off, because
touch my belly overwhelmed by what I have been chosen to perform. But then an angel came one day, told me to kneel down and pray. For unto me a man child would be born.
It kills me, that song. I'm telling you what. Look, I have to get this in. When I heard that, I feel like the same exact thing about my son.
Yes.
And the line that really gets me is, I thank you for choosing me.
That's right.
To come through unto life
They
today.
say that, that children come through us. You know what I mean? They're really not ours. They're God's. And, they come through us out into the world. So.
And it seems as though he changed your life profoundly from the lyrics of that.
Yes, he
when
did.
you talk about being in love with him and waiting at his door.
Yes, he did.
I so relate to it. How's he doing with the new baby?
Oh, he's so...
The marital status of both artists played a significant role in shaping public perception of their pregnancies. Lauryn Hill, who was not married to Rohan Marley at the time of her pregnancy, faced societal judgments that intersected with stereotypes about Black single mothers. The media frequently criticized her for not conforming to traditional family structures, reflecting broader biases against Black women as unfit mothers. This scrutiny compounded the already immense pressure Hill faced as a prominent Black woman in the male-dominated hip-hop industry.
Motherhood, motherhood, motherhood. My favorite thing about being a
Cardi B, in contrast, was engaged to Offset when she announced her pregnancy, a factor that likely softened public criticism. Although their relationship was fraught with controversy, including allegations of infidelity, Cardi's engagement fit within mainstream ideals of family life, offering a layer of protection against moralistic critique. The framing of her pregnancy as a celebration of her success and resilience reflects how whiteness and marital status intersect to shape public narratives. The fathers of Lauryn Hill and Cardi B's children, Rohan, Marley, and Offset, respectively played significant roles in shaping the public perception of these artists' motherhood journeys. Their treatment by fans, media, and the industry underscores the gendered double standards that dominate hip-hop and society at large. Rohan Marley, the father of 5 of Lauryn Hill's 6 children, was often criticized for his relationship with Hill, which was marked by his unconventionally and lack of legal marriage. As a member of the Marley dynasty, Rohan was already viewed through the lens of his father, Bob Marley, whose legacy carries complex associations with Rastafarianism, fatherhood, and cultural iconography. While Hill was celebrated for her artistry, her relationship with Rohan often became a target of public scrutiny, particularly as it pertained to her decision to prioritize family over career. Rohan's public image was shaped by his perceived failure to meet societal expectations of a father and partner. His refusal to marry Hill was widely criticized, reinforcing narratives that Black fatherhood is absent or unreliable. And I know some people probably like that he was mixed, but I feel like in general, the public probably just view him as being Black. Media narratives often frame Rohan as a man who benefited from Hill's success while failing to provide the emotional or material support expected of a partner. This perception, coupled with Hill's retreat from the industry, positioned Rohan as a figure of controversy rather than support, a dynamic that Lauryn Hill herself alluded to in interviews where she described the challenges of their relationship. The framing of Black women choosing quote-unquote deadbeat fathers or unreliable partners intersects with broader stereotypes of Black families as dysfunctional, further complicating Hill's portrayal as a mother who sacrificed her career for family. Rohan's public image, therefore, not only influenced perceptions of Lauryn, but also reinforced damaging stereotypes. Now, Offset was viewed as a flawed yet redeemable partner. As a member of the rap group Migos, Offset's reputation as a successful artist and public persona softened some of the criticisms directed at him. Despite his well-documented infidelity during his relationship with Offset and Cardi's engagement before their first child, culture positioned him within a more traditional narrative of family and partnership compared to Rohan Marley. However, his multiple publicized cheating scandals led to widespread criticism, with many fans urging Cardi to leave him. These gestures, though criticized for their performative nature, contributed to a narrative of redemption that is often more accessible to men than women. Offset's efforts to be present in his children's lives have also been highlighted, reinforcing his image as a flawed but involved father. Psychologically, Offset's public behavior aligns with the concept of impression management, a term coined by sociologist Irving Goffman, which describes how individuals curate their public personas to align with social expectations. By emphasizing his role as a father and partner, Offset has been able to mitigate some of the backlash against his infidelity, a privilege rarely afforded to women in similar situations.
I want to apologize to you, Cardi. You know I embarrassed you. I made you look crazy, doing things I ain't had no business. I was partaking in activity that I shouldn't have been taking in. And I apologize, you know what I'm saying, breaking your heart, breaking our promise, breaking God's promise, and being a selfish, messed up husband, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a better person. I want to get this off my shoulders. I want to get this off my back. I apologize to you, Cardi. I love you and culture. I want to spend Christmas with you. I want to be able to spend the rest of my life with you. I apologize. I'm sorry for what I've done to you. I didn't fuck that girl, but I was entertaining it. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. And I love you. I hope you can forgive me. My birthday wish is just to have you back. I only got one birthday wish, and that's to get my wife back, Cardi. You know what I'm saying? We're going through a lot of things right now, a lot of things on the media. I want to apologize to you, Cardi. You know I embarrassed you. I made you look crazy, doing things I ain't had no business. I was partaking in activity that I shouldn't have been taking in. And I apologize, you know what I'm saying, breaking your heart, breaking our promise, breaking God's promise, and being a selfish, messed up husband, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to be a better person. I want to get this off my shoulders. I want to get this off my back. I apologize to you, Cardi. I love you and Culture. I want to spend Christmas with you. I want to be able to spend the rest of my life with you. I apologize. I'm sorry for what I've done to you.
Find so crazy that a nigga think that they could just buy a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I love me shit, but you can buy me no more, motherfucker. And it's so crazy that a nigga think that that's enough. It's not enough, honey. It's just not enough. And you know what's so funny too? I find it funny that niggas think that they could fuck on anything. But when I start talking to niggas, you want to threaten me with taking shit that I fucking work my ass off for. You want to play those games with me? We're going to play them games too. Since you want to fucking threaten me, talking about you want to take my shit? You want to take my shit because I'm moving on? Move on. Why can't you move on? It's no fun when mama got the gun, right? It's no fun when I'm slinging pussy, right? Now we're going to court war, right? And I told you, get off my phone. Give a fuck. I'm tired.
Both men's actions also influenced how Lauryn Hill and Cardi B were perceived as mothers. Hill was framed as a victim of an unreliable partner, a narrative that increased critiques of her decision to step away from her career. And Cardi, on the other hand, was praised for her resilience and ability to balance family and career, even as she navigated Offset's public scandals and those of her own, to be fair. These disparities underscore the double standards that define motherhood, where women are held to higher standards of behavior and sacrifice. Hill's decision to prioritize her child over her career was framed as unprofessional, a sentiment echoed in whispers about her quote-unquote difficult behavior in the studio. This aligns with broader patterns of Black women being penalized for prioritizing personal fulfillment over labor, especially in industries where their contributions are undervalued. Despite the critical and commercial success of the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, Hill's pregnancy and eventual withdrawal from the public eye were weaponized against her, framing her as an artist who failed to meet expectations. In contrast, Cardi B's pregnancy was largely celebrated by the industry and fans alike. Her ability to balance pregnancy with a grueling promotional schedule for invasion of privacy was framed as a testament to her resilience and relatability. Cardi capitalized on her pregnancy as part of her public persona, frequently discussing her experiences in interviews and on social media. The industry's embrace of Cardi's pregnancy reflects shifting cultural attitudes towards motherhood, but also underscores the privileges afforded by her racial and cultural identity. As a white Hispanic woman, Cardi was able to navigate hip-hop spaces with greater ease than a darker-skinned counterpart might have, benefiting from the genre's increasing commercial focus on mass appeal. The contrasting experiences of Lauryn Hill and Cardi B highlight how race, gender, and class intersect to shape women's narratives in hip-hop. Lauryn Hill, a Black woman, was held to a higher standard of artistry and morality, with her decision to prioritize motherhood framed as a betrayal of her potential. Cardi, as a white Hispanic woman, benefited from broader societal acceptance of her choices, with her working-class background and relatability insulating her from her harsher critiques. The media's framing of Hill as a fallen genius and Cardi as an empowered, everyday woman reflects deeply ingrained biases about race and respectability. The treatment of their pregnancies also underscores the industry's evolving attitudes towards motherhood. While Hill's pregnancy was framed as a liability, Cardi's was celebrated as a symbol of resilience and empowerment. This shift reflects not only changes in cultural norms, but also the privileges associated with whiteness and proximity to whiteness in the music industry. The backlash Lauryn Hill faced following her pregnancy announcement cannot be separated from the intersection of race, gender, and skin complexion in shaping public perception. So, in conclusion, I think that it's worth looking at both of these standards, like how people say Lauryn Hill had one album, and even though it was great, she can't be the best. But Cardi B had one album, who some people feel is great or good, and I wouldn't even say it was enlightening, but she had a demographic that she did influence, particularly maybe even the stripper culture that people talk about in rap or the pro-ho era. Nonetheless, both of these women have a lot in common. And I just really think it's interesting how the shades of their skin gets Lauryn Hill critiqued more than Cardi, who's giving grace.
He's my boy. Lauren, I want to ask you, how do you see the role of women in hip-hop? Is it changing, and the role and images that women are portraying, like yourself?
Well, it's something that's always been there, you know what I'm saying? And always will be there. I personally just, excuse me, Megan. Nah, women in hip-hop is mad important, and I know there are a lot of strong female I won't even say role models, just MCs coming out doing that thing in the future. You got women like Bahamadia, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sisters like Entice. Sister like Trip, we're about to do a show with tonight. Latifah held up the front, you know what I'm saying? Most definitely Light. You know what I'm saying? They've always been there. Whether or not they got the acknowledgement that they should have, they've always been there. And just now, perhaps somebody like Rage about to get his first female album that goes platinum, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll truly be acknowledged by
the female, you know what I'm saying? That's how we come in respect to the ladies, because it's like, they're the mother of the earth, they're earth, you know what I'm saying?
He's just trying to get dates, ladies. Don't listen,
Respect to all the female MC like Latifah, mad love for Latifah, Rage, you know what I'm saying? Especially the sister from Diggable too, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But especially the sister from her name is L, from the Fugees, yeah. Mad love for her.
Mad love. We got mad love.
Coming correct hip hop style, you know what I'm saying? Do our thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just doing our thing.